Ooh,
Yes.
the cops. There's cops outside.
Lucy, you want back in this chair? Okay.
I generate a lot of heat, and like not the good kind, so
The uncomfortable, intense kind.
I'm like a tiny furnace.
But yeah, like there's a huge difference between games like Far Cry or the new Zelda or Dark Souls that are well, I guess the thing in those games is that it feels like there is a world or an ecosystem that would exist whether or not you were there, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're there is just kind of a detail that the game doesn't really give that much of a shit about. In Far Cry in particular, right? It's like, guns jammed, stuff catches on fire, animals run around. It does not do any of those things because it would be fun for you, right? It does those things because that's just kind of how
that world
that's how things work, right? And the fact that it doesn't really give a shit about you makes it, for me at least, it makes it more enjoyable because I don't feel like
It's more interesting to explore.
Yeah, like
Makes you feel like you're exploring an actual place.
I don't feel
Or
like I'm
ecosystem.
on a theme park ride where like I'm having a curated experience that someone has really poured over to make sure that I'm not getting disengaged at the wrong moment or getting frustrated.
And weirdly, to tie it back to the game we're playing right now,
Oh, what?
I don't necessarily feel that way about this game, but I do feel that way about the original Metroid. Where it was like the world of Metroid 1 for the NES doesn't give a fuck about you. And it wants you to die. And like none of the the monsters respond to you, sure, the same way monsters in this game do, or guards in Far Cry 2 or whatever. But like it feels like a very alien and unfriendly place that you don't belong in. And like even Super Metroid, it's like it feels like the world is designed to be catered to you because that's how video games behave. And it's like, oh, you got the boots and now you can run fast, so you can run over this place. And the original Metroid had a little bit of that with like the high jump and everything, but it feels less like that and more just like a world that's out to just fuck you and kill you.
Yeah, Super Metroid feels more intentionally set up.
Feels more designed.
Right. Like there is like the intended path is kind of more naked.
It's more clear.
Right.
Plus
like,
there's a map.
There's a map that helps.
Do I want to go to Thornfelt Swamp?
Sure fucking do. Yeah, dude. Go to that swamp.
All right.
Look at the map again. I don't even really know what you're supposed to be doing.
Looks like I gotta go.
Looks
there.
like
Find the
you're going to that
Ginso
swamp.
tree.
I gotta get
Okay.
to the Ginso tree. Yeah, I knew that much.
That
Oh, that
horrible spider thing is still...
You're gonna meet him in a
Following
little
you.
bit, and he's
I'm
exciting.
sure you are.
Um,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awful.
So
I
like,
hate those things.
Metroid 1. So actually, this is something that I really like about Super Metroid is that it intentionally puts you on these giant loops through the world, and it doesn't send you.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Super Metroid, and it's a fucking brilliantly designed game.
And it's way fucking better than Metroid 1.
I mean, yes.
Way better. I will fight you. The thing with Super Metroid, it like the times
God
when
damn it.
you
Gotta push it the other way.
the time when the game sends you back to an area you've been to is exactly like it never does that before you have some new perspective on it, right? Like
Yeah.
you're going back through some area because now you've got this item that lets you see the same area you've been through in a new way and go to places that you haven't been to before. And this game does the same thing, right? Where it's like, we're going to send you back through... Well, I mean, I guess like every game that follows Super Metroid has that same structure, where more or less you're doing big loops through a world where we're sending you back through it at the moment when it makes sense for you to be back through there again. Like, there's going to be, you're going to kill a boss and get an item, and then there's going to be some kind of, like, shortcut back to the beginning. And you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm back here again, and I have to go all the way through. But then you go through it again, and you're like, oh my god, there's like 8 ways that I didn't even realize were here.
Super Metroid is the Charles Dickens novel of video games. Because
Whoa.
Charles Dickens would
Whoa.
bring back characters. It's like, oh, I've read like 300 more pages, and then this character from like 300 fucking pages ago will show up, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this guy. I really liked this guy. But because now there's like a different set of characters around in a different situation,
him.
he's in a new context,
You're
and
like,
he
this
totally
guy
changes
sucks.
the narrative.
This
Yeah,
guy's a piece of fucking garbage.
Not necessarily, but just like, oh, this guy's gonna cause some trouble with who we're hanging out with now. Yeah. Mr. McCalber. Writer shit.
Tell him, babe.
All right. How are we feeling on Ori right now? Do I want to hang out with this dude for a minute?
Let's see what this is, and then we should probably call it quits.
All right.
It's that guy that you've been excited about.
Oh shit, it's a spider.
He's really cute. A gummin.
No, he's a gummin from the Forlorn Ruins.
Poor little gummin.
That's like what you would name it, right?
A gummin?
A gummin?
No, Forlorn Ruins.
Oh yeah.
You're like, what do we call this place? The Forlorn Ruins.
They're like ruins, but sad.
All right. Isn't that all ruins?
You
That's
hand
the joke.
you hand
Oh.
Strong Sad a blank map, and he's like, I think we should call it the Forlorn Ruins.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Well, where the fuck did he go? He was just here.
He was.
I call bullshit.
Don't know why you would call it the Forlorn Ruins.
You do a good strong bad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm a little jealous.
Wait, guys, what do you want me to say in the Strong Bad voice while we
Nothing
close
else.
this episode out?
Nothing else. So mean.
Nothing else. Wow! We're playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
You know what? It gets a little rough the longer you do it. No
I
offense.
know. Well,
Make an excuse.
listen.
What is that voice
It's
now?
Texas Jeff.
I don't know why you guys are being so mean.
Remember the time we used to run with Texas Jeff? Can't go
Lucy, tell us a story about Texas Jeff, who we used to run with.
Very sexual.
Strictly speaking, that's not a story.
That's true. What did Texas Jeff do?
He Well, he
subjects.
Yeah, verbs are important.
he wore a big hat.
Uh-huh.
It was beige. And when you put it under a black light, there were a lot of funny squiggles.
Hey, baby, want to see my hat?
Oh,
Wait till you see my dick, bitch.
what is this
Wait till
awful
you see my
radio
dick.
play?
I don't know.
was
Hey, baby.
sewn into the brim of the cowboy hat.
I'm gonna die now.
Just kill yourself.
And he had a bull named Jojo.
Want to meet my bull? His name is Jojo.
And he was a very friendly creature, but he also would pop a boner at horror movies.
Don't worry about him. He just likes the blood.
But then Jeff killed him.
He's very sick. I took him to the vet.
But actually what really happened is that Jeff got caught up in a wave of blood sport
is your
and
plan
wanted
here,
to
dude?
slit
Just
the
dying
cattle's,
over and over again because I hate this.
Um,
And I
Bro.
can keep trying to play, I guess. See what happens.
Just see what happens.
I'm in a Kumite.
Oh my god.
And the bulls, I need blood.
None of
What?
this will make it on the show.